5 demands, not one less. For the past 19 weeks, Hong Kong has been gridlocked by massive protests, and tensions remain high in the city. In a city of about 7 million people, at one point more than 2 million people took to the streets, and in another instance, protesters shut down the city's main international airport for more than 2 days straight. And despite all this, almost nothing has been changed in response to their demands. But in order to realize how Hong Kong got to this situation in the first place, you really have to look back at its history. You see, the small city-state was a former British colony until 1997. And under their control, Hong Kong was heavily influenced by British ideals that are translated into their laws and politics, education, and even cuisine. But on July 1st, 1997, Hong Kong was handed back over to China under this system called the One Country, Two Systems policy. And essentially this policy meant that China had to respect the way of life in Hong Kong. And primarily, specifically meant that China had to respect the freedom of speech and assembly that was established in Hong Kong under British rule. And as we heard in Noah's speech, these are freedoms that are not embraced in China, and without this policy, it would be essentially revoked. And fast forward today, it's anything but respect. You see, especially over these past few years, it's been increasingly clear that China has been overreaching its boundaries and interfering in Hong Kong's independent government. You see, when the HK government proposed this extradition bill arrangement with China, yet many saw this as yet another breach to their democracy. With China's big brother reputation, simply put, in a Hong Konger's perspective, an extradition to China simply meant an unfair trial, an unfair judiciary system, and ultimately an unfair sentencing. Now, I know that Hong Kong is literally a world away from us, but its issue remains relevant to me because my family is from Hong Kong, and it troubles me to see my roots suffering through this great struggle. You see, the Hong Kong social unrest represents the breaking point in their society. For 19 weeks, they've been protesting for the withdrawal of extradition arrangement, the retraction of the label rioters, the release of arrested protesters, an investigation into police brutality, and the resignation of their city leader, Carrie Lam. And for 19 weeks, they've been chanting 5 demands, not one less.